Woo! Woo!
All I know is flex. Talk your girl about some neck. I talk your ass about a check. Big boy finesse. All I know is run it up. Make sure my words in pocket stuff. I'm smoking. Got me stuck. Big boy finesse. I'm about to show you what it's all about. Stay getting lane, stay on my route. Cause we stacking money in helicopter. Except that she still so foul. You looking mad, sit there and pout. Gonna hit the bank and cash out. Been trapping hard since the Cub Scout. Do you even know what I'm talking about? Do you even know what y'all rapping about? Or just talking about what you seen at your fucking homie house? Ha, stop fighting. Please stop running for the public. Talking big shit ain't on nothing. Say to protect, but we know that's us. Say you were sure but never get to us. And not for the track, so why you always running? Say you got drugs, but you ain't even fucking. Ain't but the money, no time for discussion. I ain't trying to talk. There's money you made, so I'm out here hustling. I don't wait. There's money to be made, so I'm out here hustling. You heard me, there's money to be made. Give a fuck about you, I just wanna get paid.
Woo! 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 Relax.
Bitch, I ain't arcade. These bitchy rappers are not what they portray. Boy, I can tell you all some lengths.
Woo! We live. All right, hello, and welcome, Turtle Riders, to the weekly edition of Turtleboy Live, brought to you, as always, by the Turtle Fund. If you guys like what you're hearing, and you like what you're reading in the content on Turtleboy, we graciously appreciate you people coming to our site every day. We think that's fantastic, and we could not do it without your support. As always, the tip jar is always open. If you, because as you guys know, we're always under attack from social justice warriors and assholes in general and ratchets and convicted murderers who mass report our page for bullshit. That's why we're on our 30th freaking Facebook page now. That's why we're banned from Google AdSense. We're like the bad boys of the internet. And in order to keep this running, the turtle car needs gasoline. So feel free to donate by hitting the PayPal button at the top of every blog we publish. All right, so with that stated, welcome to the show. With us this week, as usual, we have our co-host, Bret Killoran. How you doing, Bret?
I'm doing great, man. I can't wait to get to the show, son.
As always. And also with us tonight is Manchester Turtlette. How you doing, Manchester?
All right. Hey.
Yeah, right there. Do we hear you?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Oh, yeah, we're good. We're good.
All
right. So, how we like to start off every episode of Live, right, is with a little roll call called Where You Reppin'. So let us know in the comments, where are you watching Turtleboy Live from right now? Right now. Let us know where you are repping in the comments.
West Warren.
West Warren, even better.
Fuck, it's West Warren.
Where's West Warren? It's in the western part of Warren.
TV.
Just the tip.
All right.
Okay. Just Worcester's in the house. Excellent. Where else? Attleboro's in the house. Home of the Attleboro Scissorsaurus. Florida's in the house. Another Warren's in the house. West Bridgewater's in the house.
Cambridge, Weymouth.
Cambridge,
Rhode Island.
House. Weymouth's in the house. We're getting all Coventry, Rhode Island's in the house. I feel like we've written a million stories about Coventry, Rhode Island. West Hatnick's in the house. Watch out for dead bodies in West Hatnick. Turtleboy, Peabody's in the house. I love Peabody. My favorite place.
All right. Kansas City.
Yeah, where's the Kansas City chick? Whitensville's in the house.
City.
Smithfield's in the house. Abingdon's in the house. Word to your mom is in the house. Southern California. Westfield, Uxbridge, Buzzards Bay. Taunton's in the house. Oh, here we go. Now we're rolling in. Berwick, Maine. Another Everett. Warren. Oh, the Kansas City chick is here. Excellent. Now we're cruising. Sturbridge is in the house. West Mountain's in the house. All right. So, as always, we have a diverse crew, and we got a great show for you people on the agenda tonight. You can see what's listed here. And, oh, by the way, always feel free to, hit the like button, comment. The more you people interact with this page, the more it will show up in your friends' news feeds. The more people will come and find Turtleboy Live. It's sad and pathetic that people can't figure out how to follow us on their own. I know it's terrible. I'm embarrassed as you are, but it helps. We need to bring the Turtle Riders back, even the stupid ones who can't figure out how the internet works. They're God's people too. All right, so.
Hey, wait.
Shoot.
Brick City, New Jersey, fucking Buzzards Bay, Southern California, fucking all kind of motherfuckers.
Kansas City, obviously. We got Florida, Haines City, Florida.
Right.
What the hell is Brick,
City.
New Jersey?
I gave my fucking opinion of that.
Oh,
Brick City.
Really nice.
Yeah, I've never heard of Brick, New
son.
Jersey.
That's where Redman and fucking Keith Murray are from, motherfucker. What the fuck's wrong with you?
Well, we wrote about
I used to vacation down there. It's beautiful.
in Brick, in the city of Brick.
Yeah.
Never heard of it.
Brick City.
Is it like on the Jersey Shore or something? I never heard of it.
Yeah. It's down the shore. It's really beautiful. It's right next to Covalette.
Oh.
It's just a really quaint.
It's the ghetto, son.
It's Jersey, so it's trash. Everyone knows that. All right.
Yeah.
Let's get this party. So here's our agenda
City, I
tonight.
see you, motherfucker.
We got a shitload on the agenda, so we're just going to jump right in it. And we have some interactive questions we want to pose to Turtle Riders and Bret and Manchester throughout the night. So we have kind of like an accompanying question that will go along with each prompt. So let's start with the dead gangbanger in Holden. All right. So there's a street called Reservoir Road in Holden, right? And it brings you from West Hatnick, which is like the west side, the nice part of Worcester, into Holden, which is and the thing about Holden and Paxton, Worcester touches 8 towns. Those are the only 2 towns that don't border shit, like a shitty part of Worcester. Auburn, Leicester, Millbury, Shrewsbury, West Boylston, they all border pure garbage, okay? But Holden and Paxton are supposed to be the nice towns because they don't border shit. But for whatever reason, it's become fashionable to drop off dead bodies in Holden. I don't know why, all right? On this same fucking road. And so we find a dead body there last week. And it turns out the guy's name is like Lenny Valerio. And he is like one of the most notorious gangbangers in Worcester. We know this because the Turtlegram and Gazette writes an article about it, right? And they detail his whole past about serious violent offenses, spitting on cops, illegal guns, unregistered guns in his possession, multiple things. Like when the gang squad knows who you are, you got issues. Like if the gang squad knows your
problem.
Yeah, not good. Like the gang squad, they don't know me because I haven't come up on their radar. If you're so well known on their radar that they can pick you out of a fucking crowd in Plumley Village, you got issues. Okay? So
if they can identify your dead body, you're screwed.
Exactly. No, so here's a question for you two before we get to the real question. Like, all right, do you guys have any problem with the Telegram and Gazette basically, when they write this, they basically letting the public know this guy, no big loss. He's a fucking career shithead. Do you guys have a problem with that?
Oh, no. Absolutely not. I mean, in life, he was a fucking asshat. In death, he's the same.
Yeah. What about you, Bret?
So they'll say it was Worcester, and they said, "Oh, we found Bret Killoran dead on King Street." The first thing they would say is he's known the police for the sound robbery and blah blah blah.
No, they'd be like,
your record is part of your history. If you're that known to police to where they can list off a dozen fucking charges, and they're all violence and guns and assaults. That's you. You're what they like. So Uncle Turtle, say you got arrested, right? And they say it's Uncle Turtleboy, and here's his record, and you have nothing. Then they have nothing to say.
Yeah.
But your life devolves to a piece of paper in a courthouse.
Yep.
And in that courthouse, that piece of paper is you.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Here's your record. If you've never done anything, you're going to get more lenience.
Yep.
If you've done a bunch of shit, you get no lenience. Well, unless you're arrested by a state trooper, and then you can sell weed and fuck your boss. But other than that, This kid was a career fucking criminal, son. He was holding guns to people. He was beating people. He was robbing and assaulting people.
Yeah.
You were a piece of shit.
Yes.
They illustrated the fact that you were a piece of shit.
Yes.
You got dumped. I've driven that road 100 times, man. Tatnick Square, hit Cumbies at Tatnick Square, grab a nice coffee, do Reservoir Road all the way to Holden, and go to my buddy's house. I know the road he was dumped out on. You fucked up. You did some shit to those other pieces of shit that made them put a gun in your fucking mouth. Yeah. You deserved it. You deserve to fucking be on the side of the road, and your record tells the fucking tale. Yeah. No?
I mean, here's my thing. I just don't give it. Like, why do we have to pretend like every death is a tragedy? Like it's like a big fucking just because you're dead doesn't mean I have to say nice things about you. Okay, you died because you played with fire and got burnt. That's what happens to gangbangers. They fucking die. They don't fucking retire in the Cayman Islands. Okay, they don't have fucking 401ks. You know why? Because they die or they go to jail. Okay, so I don't give a fuck about this guy being dead. I could give a fuck less. And it's not the Turtlegram and Gazette's job. God forbid I fucking the Turtlegram and Gazette. All right, it is not their job to write nice things about you just because you died. It is their job to let the public know, all right, that lives in Holden. Don't worry, there's no serial killer out there. Like 2 summers ago when Vanessa Marcotti was killed, women in Princeton and Holden and Rutland had reason to fear. Like, I can't go out jogging because I might get murdered, okay? Because that was a completely random act of violence. So they need to make the distinction when a gangbanger is dead. They let them know, oh, no, don't. Women and children of Holden, you don't have to worry. It's just a fucking gangbanger. He had it coming to him. Exactly. You know, no big deal. So fuck all these whiny fucking cunts on here talking about, oh, this is rude to his family. Like, listen, look at this one chick is saying, oh, Emily, whatever the hell her name is, Quillis. She's on here going, this is very distasteful on the Turtlegram side. You know what's distasteful? Being in a fucking gang is distasteful, regardless of his so-called, it's not his so-called criminal history, it's his criminal history. And his family that's grieving for him, where the fuck have they been? Like, where are they? Like, oh, here's the thing. Did you guys see this? When he was arrested a couple years ago, he made the Worcester Police's Facebook page, right? And the family comes on there, and you guys see what they said? Take a wild guess.
Free my boy.
Free my boy. Okay, because that's all they.
How do you free someone that's underground, you motherfucker?
Well, this was 2 years ago, Brett. 2 years ago. This is my point, is that when he was gangbanging and making the Worcester Police page for like having guns illegally and shit, they're on there going, free my boy. Instead of being like, yo, maybe I should tell my family member, stop being in a fucking gang. Instead, they're like, yo, free my boy. Guess what, motherfucker? You killed him. You're the fucking reason he's dead. If he had good people in his life who gave him good advice, he might be alive. But he's not, because you're a piece of shit. And the quicker you can understand that, the better. I'm not here to tell you sunshine and rainbows and tell you, oh, R.I.P., he was a good kid, he's turned his life. He wasn't a good kid. He was a piece of shit. The world is a better place without him, and the quicker you can all come to terms with that, the better the world will be. Okay? So here's
less people are going to be assaulted and robbed and have guns pulled on them because this piece of shit's dead. Yeah. And that's just a fact. Look at his record.
He's just about to turn his life around and start open up a barbershop.
Barbershop. That's always the vision, the fucking barbershop.
That's what I was waiting for. Yeah. He's such a good boy. He was turning his life around.
Yeah, them boys.
He was taking was that Quinn Sig. Go suck a fat baby stick. He was a piece of shit, and we're all better off that he's in the dirt.
Yeah.
Fact.
So here's my question. Yeah. Around here, I know Manchester's not from around here, but Brett, where is the best town in central Massachusetts to drop a body?
Holden, easily.
Holden, oh yeah.
Like our boy Matty Moe is back in the comments, and like he said, that's a bone ride road.
It is a bone ride road.
You pull out of Cumbies, you hit Tatnick Square. Instead of going towards the airport, you go on Reservoir Road.
Yes.
And it's a long, winding, dark fucking road. You smoke. I guess the kids smoke blunts. I'm old. I smoke a joint. You turn around. You head back down. You hit fucking the summit. Maybe grab some Chinese food and head the fuck home. Unless you're a gangster, then you bring your friend out. You smoke that blunt. When he looks out the window at the raccoon, you put a bullet in his head. You open the door. You kick him out of the car. One less piece of shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, Brett, you seem like you have some experience in this.
Yeah. Brett's dropped a body or two before, I think.
Fuck up, Manchester.
Yeah. Now, here's the thing. I disagree with you, Brett, because here's why. First of all, they found the body. Holden is a populated town. Like 20,000 people live in Holden. You don't drop a body in Holden, you fucking rookies. You go out to Oakham or Barry or Hubbardston or some shit. Okay? Oakham or like New Braintree. Go to fucking New Braintree. Nobody ever fucking goes there. Go fucking 500 feet out in the woods and you drop a body there, you dumb motherfuckers. You don't drop a body in Holden, you fucking rookies.
You gotta drive 5 pounds with that dead motherfucker in your car. You do that.
You think they never
All
driven?
you gotta do, Boston, is drive, hit the city limits, put a 22 Raven in his fucking mouth, boom, open the door, done. You're home for dinner, motherfucker. Home for dinner.
All right, let's go on to the next topic. Let's go on to a slightly more disturbing topic, if that's possible, and that is our good friend Strokey Sullivan here. So this takes place in Providence. A father comes across a guy who he sees him. He's outside of his daughter's school, LaSalle Academy in Providence, and he sees this guy who's clearly stroking it, and he wants to fucking catch him in the act. And so he goes over, and the guy sees him. But then he goes stealth mode on him and kind of waits for him to like kind of whip it out again. And he videotapes the whole thing. He does not post the video, but he posts because you can't post a guy whipping his cock out on Facebook, right? Trust me, they'll get you for that. Instead, he just posts some screenshots, which clearly shows the guy's up to no good. Now you can see in this image, right? He's got some people think he's wearing like jogger shorts. That's his fucking shirt, isn't it? That is just. He's covering his fucking chub with his shirt, no?
Underwear, you might be right.
Yeah, I mean, look at that. Look at that thing poking out there. First of all...
You can really see it.
Okay. All right, so, yeah, that's clearly a bulge.
That's the chub.
It's like, all right, first of all, dude, if you're going to publicly masturbate to school children like this, here's a pro tip for you. Wear pants or mesh shorts. It's fucking summer. You can wear mesh shorts out. Okay? When you're
very specific again.
Yeah, like when you're pantsless, that's like a fucking dead giveaway that I'm here to fucking punch the clown hard to some kids. That's what you're doing. Yeah, like it's like you're trying to fucking get caught. And I'll guarantee you one thing. This ain't his first time punching the clown in public to children. Like you don't just wake up one day and you're like, you know what? I'm going to experiment with this. This motherfucker has probably done this so many times, right? Do you guys agree that this is not
his first rodeo?
Yeah. So, yeah, or have tinted windows, somebody says. Yeah, like, how about some tinted windows? Can we get that? Well, all right, so this guy turns out, his name is Steve Morgenstern, as it turns out. Steve Morgenstern, owner of Steve Morgenstern Designer Originals, LLC, which appears to sell nothing because they don't have a website or a Facebook page. All right. And it turns out his wife is a very successful, his wife's name is Candace, and she's a very successful florist who does a lot of big fucking weddings in Newport and shit. She's like actually pretty well known in the area. He lives in Tiverton, Rhode Island, in a mansion. Have you guys seen his fucking mansion?
Oh, yeah. I saw the picture.
Yeah. It's like fucking, it's a $1.4 million house. Okay. And this motherfucker's got nothing to do but drive to Providence and masturbate to children coming out of school. You guys have any thoughts on that before asking a question?
Man. That's, well, holy shit. Like, how long of a drive is that?
That's a good hike. I mean, Tiverton's right next to Fall River, which kind of explains a lot. And I would assume it's like,
Yep.
I would assume it's like 45 minutes to an hour, which is as big as the entire
You
state of Rhode Island.
you literally get on a highway to sit in front of a school and rack the Kraken.
Yeah.
I mean,
Right?
obviously,
You have to get on the highway.
Now fucks to get when he was 30. So obviously he's got to go all day and just decide to pull up to his school and punch the clown. And it's the creepiest thing I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah. I mean, you're right. It's like he went far for this. That's a good point. Like, this dude didn't just fucking wake up and go to the neighborhood school. Motherfucker traveled. Like, he probably wrote off the fucking gas expenses on his taxes. You know what I mean? And so here's my question for you two about good old Strokey Sullivan here. Why? Why was this motherfucker jerking off in public?
All right, ladies first.
Well, thank you. I'm not a lady, but I'll take it anyway. Well, I'm figuring it's obviously got to be the thrill of it. I mean, what greater thrill for some fucking deviant is there to go jerk off in public with kids around? And then to drive all that way? Obviously, he was maybe kind of hoping to get caught. And if he did get caught, then it's so far away that maybe the police report would stay in that town.
Yeah.
And not sully his good name. And
I think if his goal was to get caught, I think he's going to regret that goal rather quickly after this. No, I mean, what do you think, Bret?
It's just, dude, he literally had to pull out of his house. It's like, hey, the wife's making all this money. Let me get on the highway and go to this other fucking area. Let me drive 20, 30, 40 minutes, and I'm going to sit outside this grade school and fucking rub the tip of my dick. Dude, there's something wrong with you.
All right.
You're a sick motherfucker, and you need a bullet. I wish that father had a pistol.
Yeah. I mean, I'll tell you, I think he just ran out of shit to jerk off to. That's what it comes down to. Like, the guy...
Dude, there's no need for that with the internet nowadays. You can look at anything you want at home.
Yeah, you don't need to go out in the public and
it's the thrill.
Children who might...
Yeah, right.
Yeah. It's the thrill. Now, here's the most remarkable thing I found about this. I had no idea that 76-year-old dudes still jerked off. I assumed there would come a point in my life when I give up that habit. It just becomes too much work, too much effort. Not anytime soon, okay? But definitely, I had no idea that elderly people jerked off. Did you guys know that?
I'm 48, and I still jerk off. I'm married and still get laid and still jerk off.
You're not 76. You're not 76. Did you know 76?
Dude, I hope I'm still jerking off at 76.
How? But they can't even.
I can still get out of my chair when I'm 76. Fuck.
Does he waste? Here's my question. Does he
not be able to? Fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think I can.
Does he waste a Viagra? Do you think he wastes a Viagra on a jerk off session?
Yup.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, yeah.
That seems like such a waste of a Viagra.
He drinks a Caveman Coffee Nitro, takes a Viagra, and some Cialis or whatever the fuck that other pill is.
Oh, yeah.
He pulls up. He's raring, son. His shit is going... He sees a kid, he goes, yup.
Oh, good God.
Probably has a little taste in there, popping Viagra to go jerk off to school children.
I mean, it seems like a waste of Viagra. But
Kevin Lynch.
all right.
Well, it's not really a waste of Viagra. I mean, the end result is the same. If you can't get
it is a waste. Well, you're a chick, so you don't understand. It is a waste of a Viagra because you take a Viagra to wow a chick. Right? You do it for her, not for you. Right? You do it because you want her to come back for more. Right? You're like, you don't want to be fucking Officer Limp Dick and, fucking, you can't finish up, right? Because you had too much fucking whiskey. You don't want to be that fucking guy. You want to send her a message that she's like, oh yeah, that's the guy. That's the guy that brings the heat. Okay? That's the guy right there. And it just seems wasteful. It just seems like a waste. I think, that's other bigger crimes have been committed here, but that is up there too. I'm very upset about the fact that he's wasting Viagra.
No, that's up there though.
Yeah.
Like you pulled up in front of a school to look at kids to play with yourself.
Yeah. All right, let's go on to the next topic.
What?
Next topic we got on the list is the North Brookfield hatchet boy. Let's find his ass. Here he is.
Oh.
All right. So there have been
That's fine.
This week. Oh my god.
so many fake hate crimes this week. So many fake hate crimes. And one of my
We could have done a whole show on fake hate crimes.
What was that?
We could have done a whole show on
I know.
fake hate
It was
crimes.
unbelievable.
Yeah.
So let's start with this one. This one's in North Brookfield, which is an extremely white town. And here you have this 14-year-old African-American boy, all right, who claims that he gets off his bus on fucking Main Street and two masked men in a passing Jeep flung a hatchet at his head and began yelling racial slurs. The boy's mother spoke with 7 News. Of course the fucking news falls for this. And she goes, he ducked. It went right past his head. He ducked back like it's the fucking Matrix. And it landed right in front of him. Police are working to track down the men, right? And the cops are like investigating it, and they're saying the hatchet has not been found. Your thoughts?
Go ahead.
Been found. You're gonna find a hatchet. They're not hard to find. They kind of stick out, all right? Especially on Main Street.
Yes.
This did not fucking happen. It didn't.
No, not at all.
Yeah. So
Who's driving around in masks with a hatchet, looking for little black kids to throw the hatchet? Especially when they get off the bus.
I don't know. Where was Elizabeth Warren that night?
Wait,
Right?
she just gave me an idea.
What's that?
It might have been Juggaloozes.
Oh,
Them
that's true.
faggots ride around with hatchets all the time.
Yeah. So here's my thing with this, right? First of all, I love how she says it went right past his head. He ducked back, and it landed in front of him. How the hell does it land in front of him, right? If the hatchet goes right past his head, can you guys explain that to me? So the hatchet just stops in midair. The hatchet stops right in midair, and all of a sudden,
And lands at his feet.
yeah. Well, or does it? Because guess what? They never freaking found it, right? So,
Well,
you tell me, right? That makes no sense at all.
all right. No, it might make sense. Maybe these Juggaloos threw an ice hatchet, and it almost hit him, and it stopped and landed at his feet, and it melted.
Yeah.
That's why the cops couldn't find the hatchet.
But I mean,
Brett just solved the mystery.
you got to be freaking
Oh my
kidding me.
God.
It was the White Walkers.
Guys, it even rhymes. It rhymes with ratchet. It rhymes with fucking ratchet. A fucking, of all the things.
It was the ratchet hatchet.
He could have
Made of
said,
ice.
Brett, he could have said a freaking rock. He could have said a freaking battery. Instead, he says a freaking hatchet. Now, keep in mind, when you get off of a school bus, let's suppose this car is coming from the other direction, right? Let's imagine that. Now, the bus would have seen it on camera, all right? They got that. And is this like a boomerang hatchet? Because how does it get around the front of the bus? And they're wearing freaking masks, of course. That means they literally waited the entire day, put on their masks, and they're like, yo, son, I'm going to get this motherfucker with a hatchet. And then...
As soon as this black kid gets off the bus,
I'm going to show him.
This hatchet out.
And then they fucking miss. They fucking miss. They spent the entire day planning this hate crime, and then it fucking ends in failure. I mean, what? Seriously.
Worst ever.
Yeah. So, did you get
I'm
that?
fucking sick of this shit.
All right. So, what was our
Like, what did
Wait,
happen?
now wait.
shoot?
All right, go ahead.
No. So let's see if people commented on this. Any comment? Like, I saw some chick in the comments that said she liked the nickname we gave her. I think her name's Kim Figueroa. Come back, Kim. I don't know which story you were involved in, but we'd love to talk to you. All right. So it's just unbelievable this shit happens, right? And let's see what the question was for the Turtle Riders out there. The question for you people is...
He said, ratchet hatchet, it's Turtleboy nursery time.
All right. Yeah. Why do people believe stories like that? Why? Like, why? I mean, did anybody...
Honestly,
Go ahead.
because they want to. Because the people now really, like, seriously, they wake up, they load Facebook, and they're like, oh, what can I be mad about today? And they scroll down until they find something to be fucking mad about.
All right, we're calling
And
up.
then they just buy it. They buy it verbatim. They're like, oh, well, this black child had a hatchet thrown at him by white supremacists. This must be true.
It has to be.
Let me share this everywhere.
And she still got it up. There's a billion comments on there, right? Insisting about it, that, you know, all these shares. Let's see if she wants to talk about it, shall we?
Yeah!
Let's give her a call.
I would love to talk.
They never answer the phone anymore.
No, they don't. But we should make this a permanent part of the show.
I know.
Where we call everyone.
Yeah, let it be known out there. All right,
Let's call those dykes later. Let's call them.
Oh, yes, please.
See?
Come on.
Even Manchester wants us to call
Not
those
reachable.
fucking slit-lickers. And he never agrees with me.
Yeah, not reachable. All right, so let's go on to the next topic, shall we? The next topic is another fake hate crime. This one comes out of New Hampshire. It's the New Hampshire beef whistle mom. Oh, and by the way, Turtle Riders, you might want to stick around because the freestyle is back this week. The freestyle is back.
Yeah, it is.
So get ready for that. All right.
Yeah.
So let's find out this next. All right. Where the hell is it? So many fake hate crimes this week. All right. So
I really do.
This is out in a town called frickin' Chester. Chester, New Hampshire. That says it all. Are you familiar with Chester, Manchester?
I am. Yes,
Yeah.
very. It's a very lovely town, actually.
Oh, okay.
Where is it? Like where in New Hampshire?
It's near Derry.
Oh, it's hard. It's next to Hampstead, which is like right next to like it's around like Hampstead area. I'm trying to figure out remember the towns that border, but really, it's actually a really nice town with gorgeous houses. They always every year they give out like burlap sacks.
Yeah.
Like in October. And shit. I'm not even kidding.
Well, if it was nice before, this chick's about to ruin it. Let's talk about her. Her name's Kendra Martinez. She says, I see you, Pinkerton Academy, you racist cunts. Christ, Mr. Constantine, you are the worst of them.
That sounds like Bret.
The school is refusing to admit they made a mistake. My son has proof that he passed in an exam. They put a 0 into his records! Exclamation point! Today, when we demanded a meeting, go figure. Waiting room was full of Spanish and Indian children, all being told they can't graduate. I call bullshit.
Oh.
Someone needs to check these racist punks. My son has earned the right to walk at graduation, but apparently it's too dark for their look. I will not stop till I prove them liars and racists. When I asked if there were any non-white faculty, the look on his face said it all. WMUR, here I come. Okay, so right away.
Going to WMUR.
Yeah, right away. First of all, when you are pretending to be a concerned parent with a legitimate claim, it's never a good idea to start off your rant with, you racist cunts. Right away, I already know everything I need to know about you.
I disagree.
You do?
That's my opening line.
Yeah, I know, but you're not out here being like, yo, my son's an honor roll student, Bret. There's a fucking difference, okay? And, yeah, she's like, you know, first of all, the story makes 0 sense, okay? Of course, I'm sure they would pass this kid if he was fucking passing. And the second you play the race card, you have already lost the argument. She's claiming that it's because, they only do this to Spanish and Indian kids. Bullshit, okay? She's like, where's all the fucking Hispanic teachers and blah, blah. You know where they are? Not applying to be teachers. That's fucking schools are all looking to diversify just like anyone else, but they're not applying. All you need to know is this chick's got Finding fucking Nemo tattoo on her leg. Like her leg looks like the fucking Great Barrier Reef. The Great Barrier Reef.
Now. Okay.
What?
No. Wait, first off, another thing that I need to really point out, because I don't think anybody gets this, Pinkerton Academy is in Derry, New Hampshire. They actually take in people from other towns, but if you can pay the tuition, okay? So she paid to send her son there. Let's just start off with
Well, no, it's
that,
actually a public school. I researched this. It's a public school. They call it Pinkerton Academy, but it's really just a public school. Facts.
Yeah, for the town residents.
No, for any of the towns that are in that district, it's the regional.
Oh,
I looked up that shit. I researched this shit. And by the way,
she still said investor to dairy. That's pretty impressive. That's a little bit of a drive.
All right, this is her son. Okay, this is her fucking son. I've already seen it all. Like he has a flat brimmed hat in school. Case sold. I already get it. Like this is the kid.
That's enough for me.
That she's defending. Like pick up your fucking pants. And by the way, I go on his page. His name is Isaiah Martinez, and Isaiah is on there. And the first thing I see from April of 2014 is hate being suspended. The first comment says, well, maybe if you didn't go to school stoned, your first day back from your last suspension. And he's like, I'm suspended for 10 days too, TWO. Okay, so she's whining the kid can't fucking graduate. He's suspended all the time. He thinks 2, as in TOO, is like the number 2. All right, and she can't believe that he can't graduate. And you know you're ratchet when your first fucking instinct is, I'm going to the news, y'all. Okay, that is like a ratchet fucking dog whistle. If you're like, I'm going to the news, y'all, because you are so like lacking of facts and evidence that the only people who will believe you are the dumb shit people who run mainstream media outlets. Like that's what you're basically saying there. And we also find out.
Legitimate issue.
What was that?
It could have been solved. If this was actually what had happened, this would have been solved that day. It really would have. Yeah. If this is what had actually happened, if this kid was only like 1 point away from graduating or actually did pass that test, this would have been resolved in an hour.
I find that impossible.
Easily.
Schools don't want to fail kids. Like you have to be a dick.
Wow.
Like it's like,
dude, we're a no child left behind state.
Yes.
Like they pass idiots.
Yes.
Idiots get passed.
I know many a teacher in that district, and I know none of them want to see a student fail because that's a reflection on their teaching.
Yes. And it's just like they keep track of the shit. They don't. It's a pain in the ass to fail kids, right? And so if you fail, you earn that shit. And I'm sorry. Why is your kid even in a position where he needs a point to pass fucking high school? Considering that, by the way, he didn't fucking pass last year either. It's his second go round at fucking at senior year. Like, I'm sorry. Is there anything easier in the world to do than to graduate from fucking high school? There wasn't a single moment of high school when I ever felt remotely challenged on anything. Okay, I did.
The way you were like, wait.
So
you were like, oh fuck. I hope I get this 1 point to graduate.
I know. Why are you in that position?
It doesn't happen.
Let's put it this way: high school was such a breeze. I even went to a college prep school, so it was like it was pretty fun. It was a little more challenging, but it was such a breeze that my main concern was getting late. I didn't have to worry about graduating.
I mean, whose main concern isn't getting late in high school, right? Of course. And it's just like all these like you didn't have to do shit. I didn't do any I don't ever remember doing homework fucking ever or studying for fucking tests. You just get fucking. It's not that fucking hard to get B's and C's in high school, people. It's really not, right? And then she's like, I'm not surprised. And then you get the anecdotes. All these people. I'm not surprised at all. But that's just wrong, you know. I left when I was 14 and never turned back. Okay, you left high school at 14. Once again, I know everything I need to know about you. If your peer group is a bunch of people saying I dropped out, okay.
14, not even in high school yet, so how'd you leave?
But she literally, like her claim to fame is, I left when I was 14 and never turned back.
Yeah. Oh, that's just a fucking...
turned back. You turned your back up to every boy that would fuck you, and I guarantee you have at least 3 welfare babies right now.
Yes. I don't think anyone doubts that. All right. And so you look at her, you're like, okay, so that's your group supporting you.
Come on, man.
All this shit. When will this end? Make sure he has no missing homework assignments. Blah, blah, blah. Okay. All this shit. You know, my kid did it too. And they gave me a D. It's like, bitch. No, they did not. Let's call Kendra Martinez. Is that her name? And by the way.
Yeah, Kendra?
Yeah, this chick's white, by the way. She married.
Yeah, her name's Kendra. Of course she's white.
Yeah, she's white as can be.
No, because that is so racist.
I know. Well, it's
So
okay.
racist. Kendra can be any color.
Let's call her up.
Let's call this cunt. I mean, woman.
Yeah, this lady.
This lady.
I took it a step further from cunt. I called her a lady. That's so
No
long.
one's gonna fucking ever answer us, I think.
I
That's
know.
what I'm worried
We
about.
need more strippers. Strippers always answer. They never fucking answer. All right, so she's too gutless to answer
And I
us.
think we could have got them clam diggers to answer us. But
Yeah. All right, so
whatever.
she ain't there.
Whatever.
Fuck her. You guys call bullshit. We call bullshit. I was 14 my freshman year, graduated. Yeah, of course you can. Okay. Anyway, let's go on to the next topic because I don't even want to talk about this chick anymore. The next topic we got up is Mount Crotchusett. Let's talk about this broad. All right.
Oh,
So once again, Fitchburg makes an appearance on Turtleboy Sports as usual, and this time it's from the Discussing Fitchburg Now Facebook page. A woman goes on there, and she's got this whole sob story, right, about like no one will. This is her. Her name is She goes by Pandalin Saldana, but her real name is Amanda Bickford, and she goes. You know, she's always whining on these pages. I don't have that, blah, blah, blah. Can't save living here. I have no food. Haven't for the past couple of days. I'm looking for a room to rent. Blah, 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 blah. I don't have time for scammers. And so, yeah, basically, some people offered her, like, rooms or whatever, and then they didn't follow through because she wouldn't submit to a background check. And she calls these people scammers, right? Yes, that's a good point. And so here's a pro tip: if you have baggage in your closet and you're hiding something from people, right? Don't go on the Discussing Fitchburg Now Facebook page and post and accuse people of like being mean to you, because they will research you. That's how fucking Facebook groups work. They're filled with vindictive cunts who are looking to destroy people like you. And you are a free lunch, because first of all, your name is Panda Lynn. And what did we find out about this guy? All right, he's a level 2 sex offender. There he is. Okay.
Oh.
Oops. Forgot to mention that. That's her boyfriend. This motherfucker. I could have told you he was a level 2 sex offender. Now, she claims that, she goes, that's not even what he was charged with when people brought it up. I'm done trying to defend myself and him. I don't have time to sit on Facebook. That's what the article's a lie. If he was charged with that, he would be in jail for 10 years. But the Google machine clearly says he was charged with indecent assault and battery on a child under the age of 14. A series of interactions took place in which he repeatedly exposed himself to a child he was babysitting and touched the child. So, shocking. She can't get this pedophile. But there's a twist here. There's a twist. We also find out that she's got fucking children. She fired a couple of fuck trophies out of her stench trench. Had children. And she gave them up. And she constantly writes about them like every fucking year on their birthday. Happy 13th birthday, Jaden Elijah. Okay, and time out. Can we talk about names that rhyme? Names that rhyme with Aiden. This is becoming a thing now. Caden, Raiden, Jaden, Hayden. Okay, Layden, all this shit. If you name your child something that rhymes with Aiden, this is just becoming a thing now. You're a fucking ratchet. I'm sorry. Fucking Jaden. Get the fuck out of here.
Especially when you can't spell it right.
Yeah. It was 15 years ago because I don't want to be looped in with these people. Please don't.
Yeah.
No, that's you.
I apologize. No, I apologize. Anyway, oh, my bad. Is that... Oops. Anyway, happy birthday.
I accept my ex-ratchet tendencies.
Well, just as long as they don't end up on Turtleboy, you're good. All right. So anyway, happy 14th birthday, Jaden. I love and miss you so damn much. It turns out, first of all, and look at this thing. What is she pregnant with here? A moose? What is that thing?
She's such a... And hell, that you have to roll her in sand to find the wet spot to fuck her. Seriously.
What is that thing?
Huge.
What is inside of her belly? That's not a fucking child.
Hey, can I ask something?
Shoot.
All right, so say the ungodly happens to where you don't get to see your baby. Now, I have 5 kids, and I don't like none of them motherfuckers. But if someone came while we were raising them and said, hey, I'm going to take this kid, bye, and left, I would do everything I possibly fucking could to get my kid back.
Yes.
Of course.
What I wouldn't do is go, hey, happy birthday, motherfucker. I miss you.
Once a
but
year.
I'm going to go fuck this diddler over here. See you next year.
Not enough to put the hate is coming from a pedo.
Yeah.
What the fuck is that?
What's her name on Facebook?
Dude, like you said, that broad, that picture with that belly, that ain't a kid, son. That's a calf. That is a fucking calf. Yeah. That's a baby cow that Brian Dowse will have to pull out of that bitch.
Yeah. Oh, did she take her page down? All right, so Panda Lynn is taking her page down. She's no longer available for comment.
Something smart. Holy fuck.
Yeah. All right. First time in a what?
First time in her life she did something smart. She actually went dark. Huh.
Yeah. So my question for you guys, how desperate do you have to be in your life to be like, you know what, my only option is a child sex offender?
Oh, my word.
All right, let's ask her. Let's ask Manchester Mom.
Yeah, have you ever reached that point?
How desperate do you have to be?
Oh, you have to be. I don't think it's even a question of desperation. I think it's a question of intelligence and sanity, of which she has neither. And, I mean, she's living in a room with a pedo. I mean, that's pretty fucked up.
Yeah.
So I think that's the answer within itself.
Yeah. What do you think?
My baby or a sex offender? That's not even a question.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right?
I could not. If any agency, anything ever fucking happened in which they're trying to take my kids, there would be fucking blood before they got my children.
But no, wait. The question is, like, he's a level 2 sex offender. Like, you go into it knowing that.
Yeah.
How are you
and you go, hey, let me go to DCF for this visit in the DCF room.
Of course.
Because I don't love you enough to not fuck this sex offender.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my God. Like, seriously, think of that.
Yeah.
One that fell from my cunt. Enough.
Yeah.
To not hang
a diddler.
Diddler.
Yes, a diddler. Yeah.
That's
yeah. All right.
I can't even. I can't.
Let's go on to the next topic, right? This chud banger who we got to watch this interview. So this happened. So there's a guy killed, an 8-year-old man, a retired teacher from Stoneham, who was killed in Boston on a hit and run. Terrible story. And they tracked down the guy who did it. The cops did. They bring him in for questioning, and they release him for some strange reason. And then this motherfucker, on his way out, comes home to his public housing in Brighton. I didn't even know Brighton had public housing. And does a fucking interview news that ends up with him getting arrested because he completely confesses to everything. This is remarkable. We need to watch this right now.
Oh, this is great. I love it.
This is the greatest thing I've ever seen on TV.
Admitted to us that he didn't kill the man today has now been arrested.
Listen to
Good
this.
evening. I'm Vanessa Welch.
Here we go.
Based on the limited statements he made during police questions, we can confirm
Come on. Fupa computer.
tonight he is now headed to jail.
Right now, I'm not worried about nothing. Like I said, I'm not a stone cold killer. I didn't do nothing on purpose. People hit and run people all the time. Just
What? Okay. Stop right there. People. Okay.
Right there.
Okay.
Hold on.
People.
This happens. Oh, you know what? He's right though. It just happened to me about 2 hours ago. I ran over some guy. I just kept going. I figured, it happens all the fucking time.
Yeah, all the time. I mean, I was just driving down the street on my way home to get back to Turtleboy Live. I killed 4 people. I didn't stop either. Shit happens. You know what I mean? All the fucking time.
And it was an Holden, so they're gonna.
I know. Oh, you do. Holden's fucking littered with dead bodies. They're gangbangers, though. No one gives a fuck about them. All the time. All right, so let's move on to the rest of this interview.
After the impact,
What?
an elderly man flying through the air.
Run
The
people
driver
all the
tells us
time.
he was behind the wheel.
What?
He's giving signs, gang signs, going in public housing.
And what happened? What happened?
Look at the
man,
kid behind him.
Essentially, actions happened.
I know his faces were perfect.
Oh, you gotta hear this.
What happened, man? And it wasn't intentionally. Actions happened. All it was an accident.
Still wearing
Oh,
a disposable
okay.
suit given to him during police questioning after his clothing was seized, Potion Fitz firmly stands behind his decision to continue driving away from the scene.
I was scared and worried because I didn't know what could happen. You see what I'm saying?
Like, okay, you see what I'm saying? He's trying to find kinship with the fucking interviewer. He goes, "Oh, I was scared," and then he goes on.
So that's why I left.
Oh.
I said, God forbid, I hope he's okay.
So he's fucking scared, right? It's like, yeah, no shit. We got that part. We understood you hit and ran because you were scared of getting arrested. We get it. You're a fucking asshole and a coward. We understood that much, okay?
80-year-old man who police say was in the crosswalk
You gotta
on
be
Commonwealth
fucking kidding me.
Avenue wasn't okay. He was pronounced dead at the hospital. The front-end damage to the Jeep that Fitz admits to driving sheds light on the tragic outcome.
I'm driving too quick to the point where it's like I couldn't really stop, but it was green light. So as the guy was walking, the light is green. I'm driving and I'm pressing the horn. Beep, 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 beep. It was either I was gonna die and crash into a pole. So when it came down,
Obviously,
Like, oh my god, oh my god. Okay, first of all,
This is the best story ever.
the beep beep beep. I couldn't believe I was watching this. Beep 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 beep. Okay, instead of beep beep beep, how about hit your brakes instead of beep beep beep? It's like, yo, there's this old dude in the road.
Listen, you judgmental asshole. Listen to the rest of his story. He said he couldn't stop. It was either run into a pole and die,
One or the other.
or hit the motherfucker.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Those were
What the shit?
those were his only 2 options. He had no other choice. It's like it's either me or him.
Or maybe he's trying to,
I love, by the way, how he goes. He says on
Me
the.
or him.
He goes, I was driving too fast. So right away, he admits to committing a crime. I was speeding. My fucking poor judgment caused. And it's like, yo, I went, but yo, I told him, beep, beep. So it's all good. You have the right to run people over and then the scene of the crime because you're like, yo, beep, 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 motherfucker. It's either, you know what I mean? Like, I'd rather run you over than hit a pole. What the fuck?
No.
You got it.
But hit a pole, maybe have some front end damage on your fucking $1 billion Jeep.
He's an old man.
We haven't even heard the best part, by the way. Let's get to the best part.
No,
Less than
go
1
ahead.
mile from the scene. And there's no choice but let Fitz go. Exactly why remains unclear.
That's disgusting. Hit someone and run.
They released me because I'm not guilty. I'm a real gangster, not a bad way. I'm a gangster because I help out the community.
What?
Like what? No. Why? No. Stop it. Stop the ride. He didn't have to say that. Nobody asked him. Like the question was not, are you like that? That was not even asked to him. The guy didn't ask him like, questions are you a real gangster? He just throws it out there. Like, yo, I'm a real gangster. I fucking
Gangster, and if so, what kind of gangster?
oh, I hit old dudes.
I'm a-
That's what kind of gangster I am.
That helps my community.
Yeah, but yo, it's like fucking the Wicked Witch of the West. It's like, yo, I'm not. It's like the Wizard of Oz. I'm Glinda the. That's basically what he's saying. Like, yo, I ain't one of them bad gangsters. I'm a good gangster. I help my community and shit with the youth. And how do I do that? I fucking kill old dudes. Okay, yeah, the youth are.
I'm the good gangster.
Yeah, the youth are fine.
They help So you by killing the old guys to make more rum. See, that's what happens.
Oh my fucking God. I cannot believe I watched that. That was the greatest thing I've ever seen on television. I mean, it's sad because the guy dies.
On the news.
Yeah. It's sad because someone died, but my God. Jesus Christ. And of
he
course,
ratted himself out. Like, he literally got let go. If you go home and shut your fucking mouth, you got away with murder.
Yep.
Exactly.
But no.
He had to go talk about
Wearing his jail shoes and telling 25. Like, dude, I didn't mean to kill this old man, but I'm a gangster.
I'm a gangster.
I'm not a bad gangster.
I'm a good gangster.
I'm
That's
a good gangster.
should.
I'll tell people so the youth can have a chance.
Yeah, the youth.
I'm the basketball.
I do. Yeah.
He gave a gift, and the gift is this full murder confession on the news.
Yeah, unbelievable.
It's so beautiful.
Well, here's the best part.
You literally got away, though. You got away.
Immediately after it aired. That's my favorite part. Immediately after it aired, he got arrested.
Of course.
Like,
Yeah.
like,
And
perfect.
by the way,
Thank you, cop.
he's already out on probation because he's facing federal charges because he beat the shit out of a mailman because the mailman kicked his mother's stupid chihuahua because the chihuahua was trying to bite him. And of course he gets his revenge by beating the shit out of him. Okay? And
Mailman.
yeah,
What the fuck?
his mother, by the way, who is a Cambodian immigrant who fled fucking genocide and shit in the 70s and still can't speak a lick of English. She went on the news the other day too, and she's like, my son no know what he do. My son, good boy, and he no mean no harm to nobody. My son, good boy. That's what she said. All right. I mean, it was almost better than this interview. And of course, this asshole's into flat brim Chicago Bulls hats. Of course he is. He's flashing $100 bills here, living in fucking public housing. Just all this shit, like his fucking Jeep. I mean, he's got nicer cars than I do, and he fucking lives in public housing, and he's unemployed. Okay, and of course, he's into Black Lives Matter too. He's on here talking about, for as long as I am alive on this earth, I will always stand against oppression. # land of white devils. Maybe that's why he killed the dude. He was a white devil. Is that why?
Oh,
It's the mailman one?
Oh, somebody said, Kimberly Ann says, Turtleboy shirt idea. I'm a real gangster. That we should get.
dude, I would wear the fuck out of that.
Yeah, I'm a good gangster. I help the community.
I would wear a good gangster one every fucking day of the week.
Can we just get his picture on the T-shirt? I just want his image there from that fucking interview. And it just says, yo, I'm a good gangster. I'm a good gangster. Like, what? Oh,
That's
my.
perfect.
Dude.
I need to do that. Somebody get on that right now.
Yeah. Well,
You literally killed the man.
yeah.
Like, you killed a dude. Like, someone's father, grandfather, whatever the fuck he was, does not go home tonight because you went boom, speed bump and said, hey, I had to leave because I was scared. The police interview you, and they go, you lied to them enough. So you're like, nah, man, I had no idea. Like, I didn't go home. You get home, Fox 25 shows up, and you rat yourself out. Like, I'm glad he did it, but you're like, dude, I hit the motherfucker, but it was him or me, and I'm a gangster, so I went home. Because
I'm messaging him right now. I just asked him, are you a good gangster or a bad gangster? I'm calling him right now. I think he's in jail. Not reachable. Not reachable.
Let's call his mother.
His
What's
mom's not on
mother's
Facebook.
number? Let's call that cunt.
Speaks to Cambodian.
Yeah. All right.
We need to call one.
By the way, ain't that a bitch? She fled Cambodia
Yeah.
to come here, give birth to a son, raise a family, and this is what he fucking does.
But now she's not illegal. She's like an immigrant. Like she did it the right way.
Yes.
Gives her son a better life. And what does he do with that?
He goes full
He
hood rat.
runs over Pepe.
Yeah. I mean, whatever. It's like, all right. fucking unbelievable story. Let's go on to the last story here. The Malden muff buffer. And she, this is one of the best hate crimes of the week. So this chick, right, posts, let me read her post. Her name is Kelly Gagne. And she posts, hashtag gay pride. I was out with my girlfriend, Michelle Paula, at the Dockside restaurant at Malden, where we were bullied for being gay. We got beat to a pulse. So she still has a pulse. That's good. Beat to a pulse. Michelle got taken out in an ambulance. I was hit numerous times. Hashtag all love matters. People need to stop bullying, and tags the news. Okay. So first of all, line number one, that we are dealing with a fake hate crime. She's claiming to beat up because they're gay in Massachusetts. Does either of you believe that's possible in 2018 in a city like Malden?
No. No.
Yeah.
All of my gay aunts live in down in Mass. No.
Yeah. Of course not.
Yeah.
Right. So
my thing.
Go ahead.
Wait. Oh, my thing is now. You've been to the Blarney Stones, eh?
Yes.
Or Greendale's, any Worcester dive bar, and you're sitting there with your buddies, and maybe you hate gays, and you look over and you see two girls making up. That doesn't get you mad. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You don't get upset. I don't look over and go, ooh, I better punch you. Like, nah.
Because you know,
you sit like this fucking.
like, okay.
It's like,
Exactly.
Oh, he's not angry. That's my point.
Yeah.
He's mad.
Yeah.
he has too much of a raging hard on to be angry.
Like nobody. Okay. If they were two dudes, it would still not be believable. But at least you could be like, okay, I can understand now. I can't understand that, but I could picture a guy in like 1992 being mad about two gay guys. Okay. No guy has ever looked at two lesbians and been like, yo, that I can't be. Of course there isn't a guy in the world who isn't cool with lesbians. Sorry. Facts, not opinion.
Cool with lesbians.
Yeah. So they alleged lesbians, and as I spoke with a waitress today about this, who worked there. Now, as it turns out, the muff buffer, and by the way, like the recruiter of the group, and the other one who looks like she's just going through a phase. I see this a lot with lesbians. There's the hardcore ones that are does, and then there's the chicks that just are looking for. So they usually are not there for the long haul. I've seen this a million times before. And this chick, right? It turns out that the real down for the cause lesbian chick runs her mouth a lot, and she's been arrested 2 times before. She threw a shot glass at the dude at the bar after exchanging words with him. Hit him with a shot glass. Okay, she comes over, starts punching him, and I was told that he didn't even punch her. That this chick already had a black eye when she went in there. Violent fucking friend beat her up previously. This was what we're told. Okay. What'd she say here? She goes, blah, blah, blah. We also find out that she's an international drug mule. She has been arrested previously.
Incredible.
Yeah.
This is my favorite part.
Yeah. Somebody says, Turtleboy, is it really that bad, the voice on here? I thought the voice was fine. I'm sorry. I'm holding my phone to the ceiling for service. Phones are going FUPA. I hope we didn't lose you people, but anyway, we find out that she has been arrested in the past for being a drug mule. She was desperate for cash. Weed into the fucking country, makes it as far as fucking Arizona, so she didn't get very fucking far, and is supposed to deliver it up to Mass, gets arrested anyway. And why doesn't she go to jail? For the same reason Lee Sanduso didn't go to jail because she's a fucking snitch. Okay, this chick's a fucking snitch, and so anyway, yeah, a leslie she is, but the friend is not even a lesbian. The girlfriend is just a fucking friend, right? So they start this fight.
Hooker.
What's up?
Hooker. She's a hooker.
She's a hooker. This is the rumor we're told. She's literally been paid for in advance for sex. And they start this fight. The chick is on probation. She needs an excuse to tell the cops when she gets there because she's not supposed to be drinking. And so she comes up with a hate crime lie. And guess who buys it? Everyone. Particularly the mainstream media. And by the way, this chick has taken down her Facebook page, the real, the butch one. The other one still has it up. Should we call her? She better fucking answer.
Yes.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yes. I posted on their page. I put the link, and then I was like, "Hey, if you want to come defend yourself, come on, Turtleboy Live tonight."
Yeah.
Boom! 30-day ban.
Unbelievable.
Poor innocent Bret Killoran got a 30-day ban for offering people to tell their side of the story.
Yeah. And by the way, look at this.
That's fucked up.
And people are on here, they're still being like, oh, I can't believe you had to deal with this. Is a terrorist attack, somebody said. What the fuck?
Oh, fuck off,
Anybody
man.
who was questioned about this was like, called it. I'm going to message her. You there? Maybe I should. She's kind of hot. Let's see.
Let me know when I can go on a rant because I got one for these cuts.
All right, I'm going to call her and then I'll let you rant.
All right.
Imagine she answers. Not
No,
reachable.
she won't. They're all fucking cowards, man.
Yep. All right, so go on your rant. Go ahead.
All right. So now, like, when people do shit like this, or like the Hatchet story, or like any other story, that dumbs down society to the fact that, okay, we know you're full of shit, so that didn't happen.
Yep.
So don't fucking talk about it. You know what I mean? Like, when this stuff does happen, and it does, like, people do commit hate crimes. People do commit crimes against the tranny and BLT, LMG, whatever the fuck.
It's not a sandwich, bro.
People do that shit. And so when you make up things, that takes away from the actual shit. Like, you know what I mean?
Yes, I know
Like,
exactly.
I don't want someone to get beat up because they like to suck cock or fucking eat cut. No, I don't want you to get beat up for that.
No, definitely not.
But when you make up shit, that takes away from the people that actually have these problems.
Yep.
Mark
Does
it
that
down.
make
This is
sense?
the first time that I fully agree with Bret 100%.
The first time.
I'm just saying, man.
Yeah.
I hate everyone. I hate every person on the planet.
Yeah. And by the way, we go on here, we
Not
see.
because of sexual preference. It's not because of your religious preference. It's just because I'm an evil, hateful fuck.
Yeah.
But when you make up things like, oh, this is a hate crime. No, it's not.
No.
You committed a hate crime by fucking fraudulently putting this out into the public.
Yep.
Like that kid with the hatchet.
And anybody, by the way, anyone who questions these fake hate crimes gets attacked. Like, how dare you suggest this, you hateful bigot? Like, no, I'm sorry. Every fucking hate crime I've ever seen has been fake. I have yet to see a real one. Yet. I haven't seen one real fucking hate crime. And they're in the news all the fucking time. Can I just get one real one?
You know when I go back to Uncle Turtle?
What?
You know when I go back to? That dude with the flag. You remember the flag one?
Oh,
And there was the two gay gays that had the black kid. They said,
Right.
My black son is so offended
yeah,
by
the
this
one
kid.
with the flag in the garage.
Yeah.
Yes.
In his own fucking garage.
So when you do that, though, you take away from the actual atrocity of someone doing a really shitty act.
Yep.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, if I went outside right now, and I might do it, and I'll live stream I go outside right now and look at the first fucking black kid I see and go, hey, N-word, and I punch him. That's a hate crime.
Yes.
But if you make up the fact that I did that to your kid, that's a different fucking animal, man.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Totally.
It's like people want to believe this is 1950s West Virginia.
That sucks.
It's because of fucking Trump. Don't you guys get it? It's like you see the comments on there. Trump's great America, where you're only free to live your life in peace. It all fucking comes back to Trump. They're just trying to prove that America has turned into this land of bigots beating the shit out of people because of fucking Trump. That's all. If Hillary Clinton was president, none of these fake hate crimes will be happening. None of them. They're just trying to fucking prove a point that's not real.
Oh my Lord.
Yeah.
Every single big hate crime that comes out does take away from the actual ones that do happen.
That's what I'm saying.
Correct.
Like that shit does happen, but when you make shit up, that makes me look at the next one like, dude, they're full of shit.
Like, you give us some side eye, like, should I believe this or not? And no, not right off the bat. You shouldn't. You should question it.
All right. We got to get to the freestyle, guys. We got to get to the freestyle. We haven't done a freestyle in a while. We're bringing it back right now, okay? Freestyle recap of the show. Here we go. Driving down the street, a sight to be Holden. Another dead body, drumped in Holden. Bitches be whining because the family be grieving. Shut the fuck up or the dick you be receiving. You often die young when you a hood rat. So pick up your jeans and please bend your hat. Providence dad got a big frown cause this pervy old dude was punching the clown. Bro, if you really need to get a rub, let me show you the site called Pornhub. North Brookfield had a bad hate crime. Psych, it's just a kid wasting our time. If you really think he was hit by a hatchet, sell me some stamps cause you are a ratchet. Chester mom putting teachers through hell. Bitch, it ain't their fault that your kid can't spell. Calm down, ho, stop spreading fake news and close those legs with those tattoos. Mount Crotchusett can't get a room because of a really bad taste in womb broom. Don't go on Facebook making lots of noise. If your chud stuffer likes little boys, Shit Stain McGee kills an old dude, confesses on the news as now he's really screwed, claims everyone has done a hit and run. It's cool because he's a gangster, but a good one. Couple Malden lezzies out on the town, but before they could get it, they got shut down. Went on the news and yelled hate crime, should have busted out the dildo for a good time. At the end of the day, you look like a fool when it's exposed that you're a drug mule. All right, Turtle Riders.
Dude.
I got interrupted there. I lost the mojo. Halfway through.
Oh, God.
Best thing ever. I am so fucking happy that freestyle came back.
You know, I missed the freestyle. It wasn't even good. That was like
Dude,
D plus.
everyone was throwing fire emojis and everything, son.
Yeah. So we're gonna bring that back, but it's been like I haven't done a freestyle in like since the Facebook page went down. So we're bringing it back, baby. We got to get the freestyle back. So I hope you guys like that. Yeah, it was a little rusty.
Fire emojis.
Yeah,
that's your favorite shit.
I do love the fire emojis. Oh man, look at the emojis. All right, so let's do a little Ask Turtleboy. Turtle Riders out there, if you guys have any questions for us, let us know in the comments now. Now's your chance to ask us anything. Go ahead. I'm seeing the pineapple emojis, so I know what L's.
They don't ask shit.
I know what L has on her mind.
Happy with the freestyle.
Yeah.
Oh, my word.
Oh, excuses. All right, let's see any question. Out of practice, it shows you need. Yeah. Yeah. It wasn't that bad. I thought it was all right. You know.
Awesome.
Oh, thank you, Brett. I appreciate that. All right, so if you guys have any questions, you can literally ask us anything. LeBron to the Celtics. Lisa asks. All right, I want to answer this question for Lisa. No. Fuck, I don't want Celtics. The fucking Golden State Warriors just swept the fucking Cavs like it was nothing, right? And you know what that meant? Jack shit. because they have Kevin Durant, and every championship they win now is meaningless because anyone can win if you add Kevin Durant to a 73-win team. That's what the Celtics would become with LeBron. I refuse to win like that. You win with your fucking guys, and our guys are good enough to win now. So fuck her. Fuck him. I don't want him. Get him out of my face. Yeah. Somebody says, would you motorboat Didi for $1 million? Of course I would motorboat Didi for $1 million. Absolutely. Nice turtle. What else are people saying? Nick Bernardi, the West Springfield drug dealer. I don't know what the hell she's talking about. When is Bret bringing out his selection of children's bedtime stories?
What?
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm with it. Son.
I would bring the fuck out of that to my kids. I need them to have good nightmares.
Yeah.
Dude, no, you don't need to read your kids about me, man.
Yeah. Somebody says, will there be a show about the Springfield? Will there be a show about the Springfield Page Boulevard thing? I think we talked about it last week. And on top of that, we did it in the podcast this week. So start listening to the podcast to those already. All right. Any other questions? $1,000. Would I motorboat Didi for $1,000? I mean, that's a good question. I think that's a good price point right there. I would probably. I mean, what's motorboat? You stick your fucking head in her tits.
So you put your face in her tits and go. Brrr,
yeah. What do I care? What do I care? It's not like you have to penetrate her, right? Who cares?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
that's fine, of course. Yeah, absolutely. Oh, Justify won the Triple Crown. I forgot to fucking watch the Triple Crown. I can't believe I forgot to watch the fucking Triple Crown. He won that shit, motherfucker. My thoughts on that? Good. Now he Justify. The best part about winning the Triple Crown is you get to spend the rest of your life fucking these horses. That's the best part of winning this thing. The rest of their life, they're just gonna spend fucking, and that's great news for him. All right.
You see that?
Yeah, sorry.
When's the turtle book coming up?
The turtle book. All right. I would guess about 3 or 4 weeks. The our first ever book is going to be published. It's going to be a tell-all story of Turtleboy, the evolution of Turtleboy, where it came from, how we got to where we are, and the importance of free speech in this. It is literally a tell-all book. Okay. Going to be answered in that. It's going to be good. You're going to want to get this book. I will give it 3 or 4 weeks. All right. Any other questions? If not, we'll call it a night. Looks like we're good here. Thanks for joining us, Turtle Riders. Thanks for coming on, Cast.
Love you, cocksuckers. You hardcore fucks, though.
Yeah.
Listen, there's so many people. These motherfuckers not people, so
they're my favorite. Especially Lisa and Elle. Those are my favorites.
Every one of you fucking faggots that's in there.
Yeah.
I love every one of you.
Yeah.
I agree with that words.
And by the way,
I don't give a fuck.
somebody asked, did you guys ever post the results? Did you ever post where the Turtleboy writers should reveal themselves? I mean, they're on the. You can see the results when you vote. It was overwhelmingly people do not want to know the names of our bloggers. So that was interesting, I thought. All right. So
behind the curtain.
Yeah, thanks for
Snapping Turtle. The other writers are them. I'm me.
Yep.
Stop fucking asking that. Like, I get accused all the time that I'm a fake profile.
Yeah.
Who would make up an armed robbery? Like, really?
Yeah.
Who would make it up?
Who knows?
The
Really
bloggers are another thing.
Bret doesn't even want to be Bret.
Yeah. All right, peeps.
No one would want to be.
Yeah. We are going to, on that note, call it a night, Turtle Riders. We thank you for joining us, and we will see y'all very shortly. Peace, Turtle Riders.